What's up, bookworms? This is Dani Reads, and welcome back to another Strike Back video. So today's topic is favorite fantasy books. I am not a huge fantasy reader. I feel like most fantasies are super confusing and the world building is just a little too much for me. So I did put together 4 books that are considered fantasy and that I have enjoyed, and I hope to get into more fantasy in the future. So the first fantasy book that I'm going to talk about is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I really enjoyed this book and I cannot wait to continue on with the series. Sadly, I think I'm gonna have to reread A Darker Shade of Magic just because, one, it ended up being a really good book for me, but at the beginning I felt like it was just very confusing, so I feel like I need to just reread it just to kind of instill those details for me so then I can move on to the other books. The next book no one is going to be surprised about, and that is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I love this series, or what I've read of it so far. This series has given me an opportunity to kind of get into fantasy and not scare me off pretty much, because the world building in this is actually really nice. It's not overly complicated. Everything's being introduced slowly enough that I can keep up with it. But yeah, if you're looking for something fantasy and you're not a really big fantasy fan, I would highly suggest picking this up because it doesn't read too much like a fantasy, but it is fantasy. The next book I haven't read in forever and I really want to reread it soon because it's super awesome, and that is Eragon by Christopher Paolini. I really love this series. I read the first 3 out of the 4 books in this series and I want to reread them so I can finish the last one. But Eragon is awesome. It's about dragons, and who doesn't love dragons? I don't know, I just thought it was really great, and yeah, I pick it up. And last but certainly not least, and no one is going to be shocked about, I think this is like loosely fantasy, but we're going with it, and that is Harry Potter. I view Harry Potter as more of magical realism more than straight up fantasy, but I'm gonna count it. And yeah, I obviously love Harry Potter. I talk about Harry Potter all the time. My wedding was Harry Potter themed. Harry Potter is ultimate bae in every situation ever. So I obviously had to mention this. All right, those are all of the fantasy books that I have just really enjoyed reading. Please give me recommendations down. The words are very hard right now. Leave recommendations down below for your favorite fantasy books because I really do want to get more into fantasy. And yeah, so if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm posting a video every single day until February 20th. And I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video. Keep reading, keep smiling. Bye guys.